My main goal probably is going to be representing the town in the best way possible, ensuring that people are safe on the waters. And then another main goal is people are enjoying themselves on the water. Just being safe on the water is probably, if you go back, and be the main goal. I'm Jeff Smith. I'm originally from Burlington, Vermont. I joined the Coast Guard back in 1998. I spent 20 years in the Coast Guard, stationed all up and down the East Coast, as far away as Guam. Mostly I was initially trained as a navigator, and then I transitioned over to bosun mate when they decided GPS was better than us navigating. So I spent 9 years in command of Coast Guard units, mostly doing aids and navigation work. And when I saw this job advertised back in December of 2018, I just, me and my wife decided that, the Coast Guard's been great and I enjoyed every bit of it. This was a job that I wanted to leave the Coast Guard for, and this is an area that we love. My wife's a special ed teacher over in Bourne, and my kids really love the area. They're really involved in the community. And we decided that we wanted to finally settle down and put roots someplace. So we put in for the job. Probably what spoke the most is probably when I read the description of the job. It would have been how much the job just meshed with what I was doing with the Coast Guard for 9 years and being in command of units. You have that overall responsibility to do everything you can to meet the citizens, the boaters and expectations on the water, and always be out there improving stuff, and then always concerned about their safety. The aids and navigation, I always told people, we have two types of approaches, and the approach that I liked was you have reactive and proactive. And I like to be proactive out there on the water, and especially, when I was in the Coast Guard, we wanted to be proactive, always taking the mariners' input. And the same thing out here, always being proactive with the mariners, looking for, when we're out on patrol, things that are unsafe, making sure people are operating boats and boat responsibly. People are probably the most unusual thing. People are super nice. The people in Mashpee, just really nice people. They come introduce yourselves. But everybody's accommodating. They understand. We're out there to share the waterways, and they they interact with the guys all the time. Guys and gals that are on the water all the time, patrolling for us. And people are super nice around here, and it's really a nice place to be, nice place to work. The first thing we're out there to do is be informative to people, educate people. Unlike when you're on the road and you take a driving test and you take a road test, when you're on a boat, there's no test. You're just out there. So a lot of times people are just not aware of what they can and can't do when they're on the water. So our first goal is to make sure they understand, and the second goal is to make sure if they don't understand that we help them understand. The lake coverage is actually the exact same. We treat it just as the same rules apply, although there is a little more restrictions on jet ski operations from the salt water to the fresh water. We actually, both people treat it exactly the same. The guys, there's no special training for the lakes. They apply the same rules on the salt water that they put on the lakes. There just happens to be, I think people think it is a more safer environment on the lakes, but it can be just as dangerous as it can be on the salt water. Well, one thing would just be, we're here to answer questions. If you have a question about boating, please don't be afraid to reach out to me or one of my assistants. And the biggest thing I tell people is please boat responsibly. Always drive a boat in a safe manner, and always have all your safety equipment on board. And if you have any questions about safe boating, you can talk to the Harbormaster, or you can talk to the Coast Guard Auxiliary too.